Hopefully, we'll be getting underway in towards the game as soon as possible, so we can get some action on your screens. But so far, it's been quite an interesting game. I think Apeks, they really struggled with the economy in the last kind of 5 or so rounds of Inferno, where they were constantly going towards force buys, and they cast them. Let's get underway. I think we are ready for Ancient to be brought on the old screens as we head over. Yeah, Looking4Org going to start on that CT side. Apeks on the T side. Apeks hoping for a little bit of a better performance than what we saw from Big on their T side. You know, Looking4Org are hyper aggressive on the other side. Looking4Org and ended up winning out that Inferno despite losing both pistols. Pretty impressive, all things considered.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I think there will be a little but we are moving fast here, moving very fast indeed in towards this B bomb site. Lucky on the duel, he's in for a double. Nice pick up from djoko, takes him a bit of effort, but he's created the space, and it's Hadji with 2 quick headies there to close out the round. Looking4Org going to find yet another pistol.
Yeah, and just as we were talking as well about how Apeks were 2 for 2 on pistols, now Looking4Org going to answer back. So that does once again change things. A little bit more momentum continuing over from the French roster, heading in towards opponent map pick. Good start. Apeks are going to go for a force buy here, expected because, of course, no bomb plant. You can't really justify it. Looks like a full rush towards AX. A Cecil here, all of this, and now he's beckoning over support. He had a lot of steps in towards main, but also it allows them just to wrap it behind. You can already see Maka trying to take some early fights.
Oh, a little risky. A little risky. He kind of knows it as well. Going to back off. Play things safe. So I think that is totally fair enough. Ends up being a little more anticlimactic, unfortunately, at the start of the round. But, you know, it is what it is. They will gain some space over towards B, liking this idea. It's decent from Looking4Org.
Back over towards that B site. Smoked out double doors. In comes a fight. MP9. Trying to do something. The M4 support. It's a really easy massacre. Bomb down. That'll be that. A flawless round picked up for the CT side. Pretty simple. All things considered, nothing really too problematic there. We're going to see a tech pause called here before heading into towards our first full buy for Apeks. Technically a bonus buy. On the other side, Looking4Org, they're keeping all of the UMP and the MP9. And they're actually the worst weapons to be had as well. You know, you can play in and around kind of Donut and Cave with those sort of SMGs, and they can be pretty proficient. Just to see kind of where Looking4Org post these up. Yeah, fullback going to come out here for Apeks. Needed that they kickstart their campaign on the T side sooner rather than later.
All right. Very interested to see what the game plan is here from Apeks. They have to hit the ground running for my money, especially with Looking4Org getting themselves in this decent starting position, right? It really is a worrying kind of level at the moment. Early nadage coming in from both sides. Smoking off their respective ends. Kind of an interesting CT all the way down to elbow smoke. That is definitely new. And again, no skyboxes. Is going to make for some fun nade usage in the early days.
Hadji playing around the smoke. Spamming to try and find something. It's actually djoko just playing sight with the MP9. Not the worst gun for it. Smoke doors double door too. She gets quite a decent amount of information to work with. One close-up ramp. Bomb not committed either yet for Apeks too. There's the first fight. Hadji will win it successfully. North wants to re-swing in. He'll fall in the same fate. Down to the hands of Hadji. This is a good start for Looking4Org.
Kyxsan the first one to open up for Apeks. Gonna need a little more where that came from, of course. Great little flash in. djoko and Lucky finding their respective frags. Exorcist also chiming in. I think he was dead to rights there anyway. Really nicely done from Looking4Org, just keeping their cool. And Apeks moving with some meaning, but unable to get the execution, unfortunately.
He said, Looking4Org looking pretty good. Once again, we spoke about it against that big side where they're so proactive when it comes towards mid control, and more of the same here. Very simple, very effective, making sure they drop an early Molotov. Don't allow the Apeks side to swing out, or at least if they are going to swing out, they're going to take an early fight. Pistols again. Or Apeks, not expecting all too much, to be perfectly honest. Bomb plant would be nice, something that has eluded them so far. And of course, that smoke would have been heard, surely. Now on towards the site that are about to be tested.
Spam everywhere, isn't it, bro? This is kind of wild. Pistols almost out on top. At the very least, giving themselves a chance to get the bomb down. Oh, an AK recovered. Big damage coming through the Molotov to finish off kyxsan as well is really quite nice. Just Casanito now remaining, and his position definitely known. Going to try for a quick reposition here. Surely heard now. Not ready for exercise, and down he goes. Still, it's a return on the investment. It's a bomb plant. Helps them moving forwards.
Yeah, you take your silver linings there. Bomb plant, couple of kills. Not the worst thing in the world, all things considered. But yeah. So 4-0 start for Looking4Org. What it's all about. Apeks did the exact same thing on Inferno, and it slipped away from them. So hoping kind of not the same. Over towards French roster at the very least, but this time we got much better weaponry to work with. AWP in play both sides. We spoke about Nork struggling. Actually, T-side opening. He was actually at times kind of opting against it, opting for the rifle instead. So let's see what he's like here. Jacob adding towards me a lot of space here, but at the cost of quite a lot of damage. Kyxsan's very low.
This is so wild. Ecstasy sitting on the other side of that smoke, trying to be a cheeky boy. Oh, Jacob finds him. Big frag. Very, very big frag indeed. Looking like a decent spot for Apeks to work with. Still not the healthiest, but it's something. djoko wants an opportunity at these frags here. There's nothing quite presenting just yet. There it is. It's Lucky that finds his peak, taking down Jacob. There's only one place he really could have been at that time.
4v4. Double stack both sides of the CT side. Frags gonna be needed here. A great start for Haji. djoko along to back for the AUG. Nork just swings out. Now he's posted to. You want to test fate. djoko does cross. You can see how nervous he is to swing here. Bomb though, hightailing it back over towards A. Can be a full retake and actually a foot race. One in which looks at the T side might just win, but by fine margins. Gonna get out on towards the side. The bomb plant gonna come through. Just shy of 30 seconds to work with. It all comes down. Kyxsan so low. Could have been denied, but won't be. Or gets shot on that swing. Couldn't do it. Down goes Cassito. Down goes Kyxsan. All down to the AWP now. And Nork can be smoked out.
Indeed he can. Ah, this is not good. This is not good at all. They don't really have too much to work with once this smoke goes down, but if they can just keep the player on the bomb, you're close, Nork. Unable to find it, though, and he might even go down here as well, just trying to stay alive. A little ring around the rosy, and he will. But yet another round going the way of the Frenchman.
5-0, man. What a good start. Again, just highlighting what they were able to do so successfully against Big. Absolute credit to them in the way in which they approach their CT side. At times can be quite gamble stacky, but in that instance it worked. And it worked well. So, we find ourselves now at a 5-0 start. Apeks into their first timeout. Understandably why, because things aren't looking all too pretty right about now. There's definitely a couple of question marks about Apeks too, about how they're going to try and turn this one on its tide. Lost brothers and bomb plant means a bye, but it's not exactly a nice situation overall for them. The pressure is starting to build with how well of a start this is for Looking4Org. They're giving themselves great foundations so far for this game. I don't know, man. Apeks back into that buy that we spoke of, but they're looking so shaky. Nobody really stepping up to the Dragon Farmer.
It is rough. It is very rough indeed. Slow swing into this round is good for Apeks, I suppose. No early frags coming in. It's certainly something that has plagued them in the past few rounds. Just these very early fights and losing map control or even losing players. Taking this one a bit slower. Able to walk out mid. I think Looking4Org are also happy to give them some space.
It's very decent control here. Fade. Kyxsan will swing, but at the cost of his life. How'd you get a freebie? Not even taking a point of damage there. And djoko going to find a similar storyline as down goes Nork. Already now this is falling apart at the seams. They've got to wrap through, but Ecstasy, it seemed like he was expecting it, but he pulls away to refocus back on main.
Swing in. Wins the fight. God damn. On a bit of another level at the moment are Looking4Org. Yeah, the play towards A just isn't going to work as it Sense with a catch, but he's alone. No chance. Absolutely no chance. There's another kill for him, but the round itself, of course, goes against Apeks. So this is starting to get dominant. 6-0. Really big scoreline. They can turn this into 8 before dropping a round. I think they're in a almost winnable situation then.
Yeah, starting feels like a slight understatement, doesn't it? It's just brilliant. Hey man, credit to them. Maybe teams just should stop picking into Ancient against Looking4Org. They're really competent on it. They're playing a really good game. I think when you're allowing individuals like Haji and djoko to get active, especially djoko, who had a bit of a quiet series at times yesterday, I think that is pretty damning. Quad Galil, 1 AK, towards B, simple and effective. Haji and djoko trying to deny the room here, but it's Jacob for the first, Sense for the second. A lot of damage dealt. He didn't even attempt fate with a retake here.
Yeah, a little wild. Little bit wild, we'll see. Working their way in. For a save, actually. Oh, okay, maybe they were looking for a second to go, but yeah, just calling it off quite quickly. And Apeks will find themselves their first round. Okay. Sometimes it really is that easy.
Yeah, just
Mac has to be careful, I think.
Not to go.
Yeah, man, just have some confidence in yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, fundamentally a rush peak, alright. When in doubt, we've had it in the MMs. You know what it's like. Sometimes a little bit of a confidence play. Oh, it's hella expensive on the way out, though. Hang on a second. Only 1 out of 4 surviving? That's made it 10 times worse. Oh, it's only a Galil, too. Just when we were talking positively, it actually comes with a massive thorn in the side here. Only 1 survived. It's a Galil. So again, it isn't going to incentivize exactly a brilliant buy. Or the T side. Still is a similar one of the quad Galil. 1 AK. Damn. First time I'm going to be called it. But unfortunately, I think for Apeks, that one is going to leave a little bit of a bad aftertaste. Yeah, they find their first round, but the cost at which they find it is pretty instrumental. First pause for Looking4Org, just to make sure that they reclaim a strong stakeholder in this and they can close it out in a somewhat strong fashion. In the way in which they start at 6-0, you'd be hoping they push for at least 8 at the turn of the half. Well, let's see. Fall by back half for them.
Yeah, you'd hope so. You'd think that they should be able to, but it is difficult at this stage of the game whether they'll be able to do that. It should be solid. Should be solid, but we'll see. There is a very big challenge on the way, I think, for where Apeks are at. Back into a 4 versus 4. Again, looking to pick up the pace towards B. It's djoko in the cubby. He's distracted them away, and Maka for 2. Great flash over the top from Lucky. Leading voice of this team is looking pretty good, to say the least.
One out for kyxsan. Versus 3 spotted too. So this one probably should be dead in the water. The bomb dropped and there's smoke on top of it. They can actually all just kind of take turns spamming the smoke here. That's what they're doing. They're hoping for a tag. Oh, kyxsan takes a dink as well. Surely done, and he will be. Xyz will see him off with his second kill of the round. Looking4Org back to their winning ways. Back to a 6-round buffer. They hold over Apeks. Honestly, Apeks is getting massacred right now. Looking4Org playing a little bit of a masterclass. Without that bomb plant, it does mean they haven't really got anything to work with in terms of the finances. Hero AK is the core in the hands of Jacob. I mean, if you want anyone wielding it, it probably would be that man. Yeah, man. Not looking good right about now. This should be A here. We're Looking4Org relatively smoothly.
Decent firing from Casanito. And that might thwart your statement a little bit, young man. You know, it might change things ever so slightly. We'll see what they're able to do with that frag. They've now got themselves 2 rifles. Dangerous, very dangerous indeed. And a full A commit from Looking4Org. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. With hardly any presence across the map. And Apeks, as you can see, are very widespread. I'm going to start prodding and poking and seeing what's up. A fake bit of presence over on B there. kyxsan, trigger discipline for the double kill. Oh, that's magic. That is pure magic. However, it might indeed convince them to go A, but they call off on it. The bomb almost automatically went over there. Really smart stuff to just kind of be like, whoa, why are there 3 pushing into cube? That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh, down goes Maka. And the round to follow suit with it. Actually, a very important one in which they collect. I think if you exit cease now, I was going to say, just try and stay alive. That is the important thing, the all-important thing. But easier said than done. Dodging bullets there somehow. Pop shot, successful. Refacing, down he will go finally. Apeks trying to find their second off a Hero AK. Nice round, really well played, considering the circumstances. A bit of a lifeline extended. Can still push towards a 5th here. Money not exactly flourishing for Looking4Org. So I'm not expecting really anything too much here. Maka going to keep probably as much funds as he can. Make sure he has an AWP in towards round 11. Apeks, that round there, probably the most important one they found this series. Just because it gives them that lifeline back in towards this map specifically. Lots of util for Looking4Org to work with. Quad stack towards B.
Maka pushing down middle. Ah, can't convert the frag. That's unlucky. Just djoko left then after all this carnage. Surely not going to be able to find anything as they'll start a little mini hunt. He should run into someone. Oh, eventually. Jacob was 3 HP, dog. Couldn't finish him. Couldn't finish him. Happens to the best of us all the same. Will be yet another round for Apeks as expected. Now it gets a little interesting, doesn't it, right? This is where we kind of want the Frenchman to come back into it, but easier said than done.
That's it. That is it. So, into 3. Apeks finding some form. If they can continue it for the final 2 rounds of the half, it actually would be a fairly respectable way in which they save face here. Getting great mid-aggression from them and a great double entry. Brilliant. XSC is going to make it 4 versus 2 in a matter of moments. Apeks back to being in trouble.
Okay, kyxsan. That's pretty nasty. Very much enjoying what we're seeing from this guy. We'll see if it is enough for the round. XSC's trying to find a timing here in between both of them. Oh, creeping around. Gotta be careful of his back. No zip, spins, and nearly finds the kill. And if Maka had something automatic, maybe I'd be on his side, but he's with the AWP, right? It doesn't really matter too much about the low HP bars. And that info isn't necessarily there for him. Flash is good, but not good enough. Maka takes him out onto the AK now, and Sense panicking with only 5 HP. Definitely doable here for Maka. Time is certainly of the essence, and Sen's just going to have to try and find the timing. Here's him jumping and takes him down. See you in a bit. Huge 1v1 win.
Gotta say, Looking4Org, their own worst enemy there. 4 versus 2, they don't need to be taking fights. One guy's loading towards mid, yes, but the second guy, the red room player who falls away into the smoke, you've got to be playing for a trade there. They allow kyxsan too much room, and it's really well played from the IGL, honestly stepping up individually to salvage that round, just when it looked like it was about to fall away from them. Yeah, Looking4Org just getting caught quite constantly in no man's land. To have a little knock-on effect here. Auto shotgun, double MP9, double 5.7. That's all they've got to wield. Not a beautiful display, but Lucky gonna find the first. All right, okay.
Any chance of a trade anywhere? I'm not so sure. Casanito we get one over on B, but loses his life pretty quickly. Bomb's going down on A, though, is kind of the problem. Orc dealt with quickly. San, oh, dangerous fight, but djoko looks away for some reason. He was just pulled off the angle. May well have found that frag, you know, but unfortunately doesn't happen for him. Maka now going to be known, and surely not long for this world. Does have a smoke for the bomb, maybe, but it really does not look too good for him at this stage. Smoke goes down, trying to draw some attention. Nobody giving him the peaks just yet. They will eventually. They take him out, and a 7-5 finish ain't too bad in the end for Apeks, to be honest. A great recovery there. Looking4Org will be kicking themselves a little. We'll see how this one closes out in the second half.
same old feeling. Don't know what's right or wrong.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back through. Looking4Org with a really, really strong start, man. They were absolutely flying, and then they kind of dropped it towards the end. Apeks find themselves a nice recovery, to be honest. A really decent kind of half. But yeah, we were looking at a 7-1. We surely felt like Looking4Org were at least going to get 8. Maybe they'll do it here with the pistol. Lucky. Oh, yes. Hits an early headshot. Unfortunately, no kill for him. And Casanito is just waiting around the corner, salivating at the fact that he might be able to pull something off with these dualies. Jumps the gun a bit early, though, and his position given away. So they'll back off and respect the space.
It's a bit of a messy fight right here. You know, whether anything's coming off this, at least for the time being. Goes down P250 and towards bracket, looking for a fight. Jumps across donut. This is janky. Looking4Org could get opportunity here. Flash on the corner, but to the demise. Sent to find one. Taking one of his own, and already now looking better for Apeks.
Decent, isn't it? Decent little run. Bomb plant going to come through here quite quickly as well. We'll see. djoko trying to find a timing, loses his head immediately. Just had G alone in the 1v3 with the Glock. Tap onto the bomb to try and draw him out. They know where he's likely to be. Down he goes. And Shadow probably spotted around that corner as well, to be fair. Apeks will pick up the pistol.
Apeks back to their pistol winning ways as well. Something we saw them do in map number 1. And actually, honestly, relatively successfully. They were 2 for 2, but they were quite kind of convincing. That one maybe not as much, but win's a win, right? At this point, we absolutely take it when you're our Apeks. Get kind of back in towards the conversation. This is a side who really looked like they were struggling at the start of this half and at the start of this map, may I say. And there's question marks on the other side. You look towards the Looking4Org side, how they let it slip. Pretty concerning. If this map doesn't go in their favor, that's what they're going to look back to 6-0 up and then only winning out the half 7-5. Arguably, not good enough. Force 5 Looking4Org though. Okay, double Glil. Double D to try and make this one work. Lead on towards the smoke. Nothing behind it for Jacob to work with. Just all the way back towards site. No commitment of the bomb just yet either. Honestly. Looking4Org waiting for overextensions. But yeah, not being, I mean, not really facing anything at the moment. Nothing offering up.
Quiet start into this one, just waiting for that smoke to dissipate before making any kind of a move. Gonna have a little look over towards B as well. Flash their way out. But nothing presenting. Apeks showing full respect at the moment, full restraint. As they just hide on the sides, really.
Very slow here. You can't get to the point where you do ask questions about Looking4Org. Like, lads, it's only 25 seconds to work and not a lot of time. Bomb not commit anyway. Looks like it. I can say it looks like I kind of wanted to wrap over towards the A side. That's not the case. Kill on towards Casanito and towards Jacob. Wait, hang on a second. Kyxsan wasn't cleared. No one cleared Kyxsan. Gonna get 2. Nearly get to 3rd as well. They don't have time. They do not have time. Bombs dropped.
Wow.
That's the round. The first player in, djoko, I think it was. I swear we saw him. I don't know if that, obviously, kind of, we're viewing this in 69. He maybe plays in 4x3. That might be a 4x3 moment there. But yeah, I swear djoko sees him in that corner. I mean, 3 of them run past him before he finds his double kill. Kyxsan does enough. All it required was those 2 kills. And Apeks going to tie up the game.
Mind blown. Mind blown. Oh, man.
One.
And yeah, even if they just had, like, it usually would be okay. You know what I mean? They got in there, traded it, but just the fact they had no time. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Jacob is spotted there. Nice frag from Lucky. They're obviously in this really weird economic situation, so they have had to force in to just even out the money. Really makes this round valuable.
Opening gill, pretty huge. I don't think they're going to be able to scoop up a rifle. That's kind of the main thing for them. I mean, over those brackets, it's technically doable. And a smoke going to come through as well, thrown by Maka. Giving something to work with. Janky fight, but it goes in the way of Vector Seats, and he actually finds it more or less unscathed.
Pretty good. A bomb site open. Only 3 remaining on the opposite side. Are they even going to give this one a look? kyxsan fancies his chances. He needs to find another head before he convinces the boys that this one is indeed doable. Not going to happen. And thus, he backs away. So, Looking4Org, as soon as their lead comes under contention, is when they will win a round. They've not won a round for quite some time. But they will get it done here in number 15.
And of course, for Apeks, it is just a call to save it. There's no point retaking this. Not a chance, really. So, actually not bad for Looking4Org. Starts off with Lucky's nice little 1D. The next seat's a very important kill. Question marks about sense there. The youngster, do you need to overextend him towards A main? Probably not. It actually cost him a lot of space. The second sense goes down. Because he's playing solo anchor. The second he goes down, the site's so vulnerable. No donut player to speak of. No mid rotator because the brackets guy died earlier to Lucky's Deeg. So, again, he's in a lot of trouble. They just don't have the kind of the manpower. Make their way back over. 8-7, Looking4Org going to take a ever so slight lead here. 3 remaining alive. Apeks has got something to overcome. Not exactly brilliant though. Sense only a CZ for him.
Yeah, this could be nasty. CZ up close. We've heard some things. Some people saying it's pretty good.
Yeah, I used it. It felt better than Go.
Sure.
I don't know if
I'll agree with
game-changing by any means, but I've heard a lot of people tell me it's good. I was in a call with Devil Walking Crystal, and they both were singing the praise of the CZ. Yeah, a few people seem to be saying it's really good. I haven't had a lot of hands-on time with it. I'd actually give it more of a go. Nice nades come through. Djoko takes a healthy chunk there, down to 11.
Nothing quite coming off the back of that damage, though. kyxsan's alone on B as well. Weird little off angle for him. I don't think he's set up very well to deal with a cave push. Oh, has he just heard a footstep there? I think he might have done. Dropping back. They're pushing down mid. More and more information coming in. Are they going to get a catch on the backside here? Exorcist watching for it. kyxsan does go down. Exorcist big frag. CZ takes him out, but the damage looking pretty damn good from the Apeks side. Another kill round as Sense falls. Smoke into cave. Smoke into CT. No chance. Absolutely no chance that the Apeks boys getting back into this. Really, really solid take.
That's it. Yeah, one of those things I think that's showing as well about, you know, we've had these conversations about the spray looking a little rough in CS2. That's a bit of a prime example. That's hitting and go. All of these things will be fixed in due time. You can see as well how early the T-side have to get out of dodge. Of course, that bomb radius is pretty extensive. Whoa, Hadji, that's unfortunate. Lucky was holding for it. Another one more casualty though on the way out. It's not the end of the road. Cassie does go down to the bomb too. So the silver liner there, Looking4Org 2-round lead. Economy broken over towards Apeks. Now in Inferno, they went for a couple of force buys around this situation. Wasn't too pretty and ended up costing them the map. This time, I think they'll probably opt against it. Looking4Org feels like, on paper, should be more or less given the double digits here. That's huge. Going 3 rounds ahead of your opponent, but also 3 rounds away from the map in the series. Too shattered.
Nice pick up from Hadji on the trades. USP though, on the corner. It's a little problematic. Oh, running out of ammo. Djoko does manage to find 2 before going down. And there we go. Of course, the bomb plant coming in towards B as well. Really well played from Maka to just not get involved in the madness. Play it safe, get the bomb down. Casanito on the rotation here. He does have an M4. This time fully reloaded, full magazine. And that is magazine and not clip, guys. But, you know, just making sure that one never dies. All the same,
Someone's
going
been
to be
watching a
difficult
bit of
for
Moist
him.
Critical.
Yeah.
Tap on the bomb.
Oh.
Swing going to come through. Ooh, hello. Casanito, he has no idea what this other guy is. I don't know if he expects a double stack. He does, but he doesn't get the kill. Interesting enough, XT's opting for the AUG over the AK there as well. We've seen that for the French side picked up quite a few times. They're a fan. That AUG looking good. I mean, we saw yesterday Process picking up into the Krieg quite often and doing good work with it. You thought maybe those scoped weapons are potentially back, maybe. But yeah, 10-7. Back into a buy for Apeks spot. Potentially. Not that many left in contention for the map in the series.
Oh, that is a risky push out from Hadji. Risky indeed. Oh, the nade. It's perfect, isn't it? Ecstasy going to take the head of kyxsan just to make doubly sure. Molotov makes Jacob's life difficult. It was a nice move initially, but they bit off a bit more than they could chew in the end. Maka with a big one opens up B. Just going wild at the moment. Trade's not quite there onto Casanito, but surely they have enough players to work with here. Don't drop the ball. Choco. Looking4Org have gone back to that wild, just rush in, take all the fights, getting aggressive, don't care type mentality they had against Big yesterday towards the tail end. It's just crazy.
You know, it's actually quite admirable, right? When you've got complete control of the game, but opting for chaos instead. Like, I've got to respect it, man. Like, you know you're controlling the game. You know you're playing the better CS right now, and you're thinking, why not risk it? I love it. I really do. So, not bad. Sense will keep hold of the AUG. I don't really think there'll be too much of a push for a hunt. If it comes their way, maybe. I think Sense will be fine here. Looking4Org up to 11. Looking4Org starting to close down the map in the series. This is back-to-back now with the Ancients. Honestly, looks really good for them.
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. It is pretty good. I just feel like they're looking so comfortable in the game itself, whereas we still have some of the teams adjusting. I think Looking4Org maybe lack a bit of discipline, maybe lack some strategy even, right? Very, very loose, and it has been for a while, to be honest. I think since Body left the team, they've been such a just fluid kind of team, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Maybe don't recognize when to pull back in a round, when to sort of freeze, right? These types of things, cancels, these sort of protocols are maybe not as heavily in place.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this game, they do just look a bit more comfortable, at least on an individual level, I think, right? They're not afraid to take fights. They seem a little familiar with, like, spraying and where the cutoff range is and things like that. So I think they've been putting a lot more time into it than maybe first thought.
Very important pause here for Apeks. Third and final for them as well, right? So it is definitely a pretty awkward situation overall in the sense that what Apeks have to work with is rough, dude. Auto shotgun for Nork. They're going to force around this. Yeah, man, this ain't pretty. This is not pretty. Kyxsan, what he picks up, I'm assuming more of the same, kind of like the FAMAS with the MP9 route, wants a bit of util. Not liking what I'm seeing overall, though. Apeks, this is kind of potentially the last buy, right, in what could be a rough end to their map pick. The Ancient we mentioned was good for them on go. It's not really been good so far. They need a miraculous recovery. Trying to find something. Getting pretty close as well. Does deal a chunk of damage towards Lucky. Nade will come through and onto back brilliantly. Jacob left low.
Hadji. Ooh, aggressive little move. Does take a few ticks to the fire. Certainly not what he was after, I would imagine. But it's actually Ecstasy's finding the first kill over on A, catching off Nork's aggression. This is looking pretty damn good, isn't it, from here? Very much like what we're seeing, Looking4Org in good position to find themselves that all-important 12th round, start threatening tournament life for Apeks. So let's see what they have got while they're under the thumb. Casanito, aggressive move, finds his frag. But we're setting up for an A play here. Nice little boost up. Maka finds success with it. Maka finds double success. Too easy almost.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was the player up on the boost, man, but he's just fragging out of his mind. 4 versus 2 to close out.
Yeah, honestly, man, I think if you're remaining 2 for Apeks, you got to try and save here. But honestly, they're not going to be given too much of a luxury. You can already see Djoko setting up for a flank. Realistically, should be able to catch 1 here. Cass needs to fall back over towards spawn, so he should get some free reign. Oh, kyxsan turns at the worst possible moment. He's 1 man and an AK left for Apeks, trying to stay alive. It's a lot easier said than done as they're kind of starting to swarm a little bit in his direction. They need this AK to stay alive. They have to have an AK to work with. Money is distraught over towards Apeks as Looking4Org have map and series point. That'll be that. 5-round buffer zone to work with. 1 AK. They have bits of money to work with. Casito can drop 1 over, but it's not exactly going to be pretty or flourishing by any means. This is rough, dude. FAMAS MP9 coming through. For the likes of kind of kyxsan and Sense, they can't even really bring all too much to the table themselves. So how will things pan out and what potentially could be the final round of the map and this series?
Very true. I guess we're about to find out at the end of the day. Looking good here. Exercise leading the charge. Lucky. Actually going to lose out on the fight there. So a 1-for-1 is not the end of the world up against the MP9, I would say. There's definitely scope for Apeks to do something with that, but just not the best. I think they would have liked a clean entry, unfortunately. Oh, not that easy. Flash round. Exercise left a bit tentative. He's all alone here. Still feeling confident. Got to be careful. Jacob is real close to the action. He's creeping round. Loses out the fight. That's a big one. Apeks with the lead here.
Look at the flank. Look at the flank here in towards mid. You're not going to expect kyxsan. He's hearing all this information. He's getting it for free. Joko's going to fall in a minute with a bomb on his back too. That's brutal. And Mako will follow suit. kyxsan with a flank. Quite ballsy as well. Like ships the night, kind of Haji and kyxsan kind of go past each other. Unfortunately, Haji, well, if his teammates are alive, this would be a really good position. The fact that they're not doesn't really bother them. They've got the bomb and they've got the round. Apeks are going to stay alive.
Decent stuff. I think they'll be very happy with the fact that they're able to do that. Haji working his way around here. Slow but sure. Maybe just looking to do some damage at the tail end. Oh, gets the spin around on Nork. All right. All right. That's a little bit rude. And now just going to save with his low HP. So it's fair enough. Apeks with a clean round. Obviously, we need quite a few more of those. 4 more to be exact to take us to the overtime. It's plenty of cash. Looking4Org should have a couple of buys. Definitely if they get a bomb plant. So pretty comfortable for them in the near future.
Gotta be said. For Apeks, that's the kind of rounds you were hoping to find from them earlier. Really good, kind of good. We spoke about that work in a proactivity earlier. kyxsan's a great flank. Completely won the round for them. But even over towards the A site, MP9 do good work at close range. Looking4Org though. Probably investing in plenty of long time to work. Molotov will force out an early engagement, but Djoko's going to win it out. Down he goes to the nade. It looks like Looking4Org pushing their way on towards B.
Decent here. kyxsan playing around on the angle. Got to be careful not to lose his head. They have just called a little slowdown on the Looking4Org side of things. Haji just went through as that smoke came up, though. Oh, and an awkward fight towards middle for Exercise. Falling apart here in the 21st round. 2 remain, and they're bailing on the B idea.
things get a lot tougher. Maka, messy fight for him. 2 bullets he's got to work with now. Really got to take a couple of taps here. Cassito actually doesn't need to peek. You probably don't expect kyxsan to. Lucky. Trying to isolate fights. Not being given anything here to work with. Yeah, this is probably done. I can't see a world in which they find their way in towards the site. So Apeks going to stay alive, man. Fair play. Not at a cost, though. Lucky's making something of this. Cassito falls. Norg posted. Kyxsan's deep in towards Kane. Molly comes on towards the corner along. Do they expect that K player? No, they don't. Lucky going to find one. Trying to head on a swivel. Find another, but time's ticking. Trying to use the pixel against them. 15 seconds, 1v2, and 4 points of HP. Honestly, no chance. Might be in his best interest to just keep hold of his AK.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much you can do. And as well, if they want to buy in this follow-up round, as I'm sure they do, he has a bit of an option to maybe drop an AWP. Maka needs a drop, I guess, right? So keeping his AK is actually kind of beneficial, where usually we'd say for a T side, it's like, it makes the economy a bit weird. You got to do something with that AK in the follow-up round. In this one, he can use it as a proper drop move. So totally fair enough. Facilitates a clean buy moving forwards. Getting a little dicey now. Getting a little dicey. They lose this one and the cash starts to dry up. So Apeks are bringing it pretty close.
Out of that form they were hoping for. They can make control from him. A lot of Yuto coming through that gives him a lot of space to work with, but behind that Molotov, it's really uncomfortable here. Jacob actually could be in a bit of trouble. Around the smoke, the spam, the taps. How is he still alive? Not for much longer. Exorcist will see him off. That was really janky. Still one towards Cubby.
Okay, 2 kills in towards middle. Pretty big deal for Apeks. Lucky, creeping forwards, so going to find 1 and 2. They were not expecting that at all. The contact A has paid absolute dividends for Looking4Org. Fantastic position to be in. Brilliant find from Sense, though. It's not over just yet. Bomb plant as well being denied away for the time being. Nork maybe in for a cheeky move, but they are just taking their time here on that T side. No need to rush. Smokes are going to start to dissipate, though. That could be problematic. Who for is the question. Lucky. Oh, seen him now. Takes the frag, leaving it just to Sense on half HP.
Don't really know where he is, but I think they've got kind of an inkling. Maka's going to see it off. 13-9. Looking4Org take down Apeks. They eliminate them from Challenger Jönköping quals, and Looking4Org continued their run. They're now 2 out of 3 of some of the big hitters. Down goes Big, down goes Apeks. As a lower bracket run, it doesn't really get...